The key to great drone photogrammetry is high quality data collection. This data collection enables you to utilize the output to produce photogrammetry or a 3D rendered object of subjects such as construction sites, buildings, assets, other types of structures, etc. But what is drone photogrammetry and what considerations do we need to keep in mind to be able to get the best results? We'll have a look in this video. Hey everyone, I'm Varun, the founder and CEO at Hammer Missions, and in this video we're going to look at the top 10 considerations you need to keep in mind whilst collecting data for drone photogrammetry. But before we get into the top 10 considerations, let's start with understanding what photogrammetry truly is. Photogrammetry, in easier terms, is the collection of precise measurements that are made from user-generated photography. So if you take different photos, put them together into a format that you're able to make measurements from, that is essentially photogrammetry. Typically, in the drone world, it involves taking photographs of a subject of overlapping nature and then putting them together into a software which can stitch them into a map or a 3D model and allow you to then make measurements of these particular formats. Photogrammetry can be used in various applications, for example, architecture, engineering, construction, inspections used in energy, mining, surveys. These are just some of the industries where you can apply photogrammetry. So without further ado, let's have a look at the 10 main considerations you need to keep in mind to collect high quality data for photogrammetry. Number 1, lighting. Your mapping area needs to be well lit, as shadows, reflections, transparent objects can really affect the way the photogrammetry software processes the final images. These areas can cause artifacts to be produced in the final render and will not give you a true representation of your mapped area, structure or building. So make sure you have your lighting conditions under control. Number 2, exposure. Try to avoid direct sunlight or try to fly in times of the day where your subject will not be exposed to bright sun. Ideally, the collection of data for photogrammetry should be shot in overcast conditions to mitigate overexposed sections of your final render. This could be an area that is important to your client or your stakeholder, so you need to make sure that you've got the right data for all the different parts of the subject. Whether it's a roof inspection or a pylon inspection, you've got to make sure that you don't have the wrong exposure. Number 3, fixed focal length. Make sure you use a fixed focal length. Do not change the focal length or the zoom whilst you're shooting, as this will cause discrepancies in the collection of the data and it would confuse the photogrammetry software in being able to estimate images in the right place. Number 4, photo angles. Try to take photos of the subject from all angles. Typically in drone photogrammetry, a lot of the photos are collected from the top-down point of view, but if possible, we highly recommend to also collect obliques, which is vertical images with a gimbal facing directly into the subject. Here at Hammer Missions, we make this really easy by using a flight software where you can use our 3D mapping, facade mapping, lateral capture or tower mapping missions to be able to focus the drone's camera at the subject and collect high quality data. Number 5, avoid moving objects. Avoiding moving objects is really critical because if you have moving objects, they will appear streaky or smeared in the final model and the final result won't be great. So try to avoid any moving object. Number 6, the main subject. Make sure the structure, building or area you're trying to map is always filling the main part of the image in every single image to ensure that the data collection is as accurate as possible and you're only collecting the data that is required. It also helps the reconstruction photogrammetry software, which we make at Hammer Missions, to be able to get all the different points of view of the structure. Number 7, overlap. Images should overlap, and we recommend that there is an overlap of somewhere between 70% or 80% between any two images. This is really important because the photogrammetry software needs to find key points between different images and put them in the right place in the 3D model or the 2D map. So it's really important that you make sure you've got that 70% or 80% overlap. Number 8, multiple photos. Try to take multiple images, but not from the same spot, because if you do that, that will confuse the photogrammetry software. And it's important that your camera is always mounted on the drone and moving to be able to get the right images, which can then be processed into a model and can be placed in the right place post-processing. Number 9, more data than less data. The more data you can collect, the better the quality of the final result will be. You can always get rid of data, but it's really hard to generate data in the office. So make sure you've got enough data covering all the different parts of the model. Having said that, do not take too much data as well, because this will take more time to upload and increase too much processing time. Final point 10, optimal flight speed and motion blur. So lastly, flying with optimal flight speed is not only helpful because you will make sure you don't miss any photos, but it will also reduce the chances of motion blur. If you'd like to learn more about optimal flight speed and motion blur and how you can calculate some of these values for your drone flight, feel free to check out some of our other videos. So all in all, that's it. That's the 10 different points that you need to keep in mind for high quality data collection. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, do give us a like and subscribe to our channel for when new videos are put out. We again hope you really enjoyed watching this video, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.